Hey Brick Boys and Brick Girls, it's your boy Brickboylego, and today we have a very special LEGO Star Wars review for you guys. We have the Inquisitor Transport Scythe. This is set number 75336, released this year in 2022, retailed for $99.99, came with 924 pieces and 4 exclusive minifigures. And this set was based from the Kenobi series on Disney Plus and is one of 2 LEGO Star Wars sets that were released for that show. So why don't we just get right into our Inquisitor Transport Scythe set and see if it was worth it. So starting out in bag 1, you have your 2 minifigures here. You have your Grand Inquisitor and your 5th brother, and then you begin the build just like you would do any sort of big ship here with these Technic pieces. Now, Technic is going to be your strongest LEGO connection, so it's always nice to see some nice stability when you are building a big ship such as this. So that's a nice little touch there. And then we're wrapping up this part of the build here, adding your little landing platform, and then moving on, we have the Reva minifigure, and then you're adding some stability here for the front tail fins. Do we want to call these tail fins? Is it a tail fin if it's in the front? Not really. Anyway, so you build it on one side, you build it on the other side. I think it's a pretty interesting technique because those are actually not clipped into the sides there. They're just hinged on one portion of the structure, but it's an interesting technique to get this very subtle slope here. So moving on here, we are building the pretty sizable side panel of the Inquisitor Transport Scythe. And then you are building, the other side of that same exact panel. I wish LEGO could figure out a way that you could build this simultaneously if it was just a mirrored image, because it makes the instruction booklet so much longer and you're building literally the exact same thing but just the mirror image. Is there any way that we could make the instructions a little bit more user-friendly? Because it really drags out the build when you build one thing and then you have to build the same thing again in its mirror opposite. Am I the only one who thinks this? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, you're adding some control panels there in the interior. It's nice that they were able to fit an interior into the ship. And now you are building the back panel of the Scythe here. The use of stickers here, I actually am not complaining about. I think that this is a pretty large ship, and the overall lack of stickers is pretty good. And I'm also digging these side flaps as well. It really helps to maintain the shape of the ship, but the way that they open and close definitely makes for some nice play features in the interior. So you're building your final flap here. I'm actually not really complaining this much on this ship. It was actually a pretty enjoyable build, even though you had to build some things repetitively in its mirror image. Anyway, you had your Obi-Wan Kenobi minifigure, and then you added the top of your cockpit panel there, so that was nice. And now you really only have your 2 wings left. So you have your wing that folds up there on one side, spin her around, wing that folds up on the other side as well. You have your little spring-loaded shooters there on the wings, and then you pretty much are done here. So here it is, the completed build. Why don't we just start with the old minifigure, shall we? Starting with our boy, the Grand Inquisitor. Here he is. I think he looks pretty good. This is the 2nd Grand Inquisitor minifigure that we've ever gotten. The first one looks like this. There he is, but we'll talk about that in a second. I think he looks just like how he looked in the show. He is a Powin alien from Utapau. I mean, there's definitely a lot going on with this guy. You have a unique shoulder piece here, and he even has a cape with one hole in the back. And then here you can kind of see his armor a little bit better. Take off his lightsaber here. So here you can see his armor a little better. Actually has the same insignia here on the side as it does here on his armor. So that's a nice touch. If you didn't want it to be so bulky, you can take that off. See a little back printing there. You see a couple lines on his back of his head, and there he is. What a stud. Complaints, not really from the minifigure itself, but with the show. I know a lot of people already complained about this before, but he looks very strange compared to our other Powins that we've seen in Star Wars already. 10th level, thousands of battle droids, if you will.
10th level. thousands of battle droids.
I like this lightsaber piece. Is still the same one that we had from the Rebels sets that were released back in the day. And you even have a little clip here in the back, but you can store your lightsaber here on the back and you're ready to go Inquisitor. My only other complaint here too is that with the Rebels version of the minifigure, you had a helmet, which you didn't see in the Kenobi show, but it was on the Rebels animated show. But he does fit nicely there too. Look at that. Not too shabby. And then let's do a little side-by-side comparison. Which face do we like better? This face is a little bit creepy. I'm kind of liking this face a little bit better. Look at the red markings on his face. Really pops the minifigure a little bit more than the dull gray here. Let me know in the comments what you think. All right, moving on. The fifth brother. Here he is. This is also the second time that we've gotten a fifth brother minifigure. I do not have the Rebels era fifth brother minifigure, but here it is right here. Which one do we like better? Digging the open mouth on this one. The closed mouth here is, I guess that's fine. But let's take a look at the one that we have from this set. Same lightsaber again, still looks good. He's got a little hat. Here you can see without his hat a little bit better the back of his head. Same kind of complaint. The Rebels alien looked a little bit more menacing than this guy. This guy kind of looks like Mom said it's my turn for the Xbox. You know what I mean? Anyway, so here he is here without his armor. No cape for our boy, the fifth brother. Also, there's no official name for the race of this alien, which I think that's interesting. And then here we have a different shoulder piece here as well, which you can also clip on the old lightsaber as well. Oh, and you know what we never saw in the Kenobi show was the ability for these lightsabers to spin around and fly. All right, so moving on. And here you have your final and third Inquisitor in the set. You have Reva, or for some reason they pronounce it Reva in the show. Here she is. Same lightsaber again. It's very interesting to get 3 dark side users in one set. I don't think we've ever had that before. I mean, her face looks pretty good. Her printing looks good. No legs printing. Did we have legs printing on the other two? Yes, legs printing. Legs printing. No legs printing here. You got a unique torso. I believe this is a unique face. And then this hairpiece, actually, from 2014, was first used in the Hunter Orc minifigures from the Hobbit sets. I think Lake Town was the first set that we saw that in. Anyway, so that's her. Okay, moving on to our last and best boy, Old Ben Kenobi, aka Obi-Wan Kenobi. Here he is. Our titular character, and here he is in his Tatooine disguise. No one will ever find out that he is in fact Obi-Wan Kenobi with a name like Old Ben. You got his little poncho here. It's an interesting piece, but I'm glad that they included it so that you could take it off. And here you can see his printing underneath. He's got his little mullet going on, and he's got a very haggard expression. Poor guy, stressing out. And then we had a grumpy expression. There he is. What a grump. Okay. And look at his shirt. He has he's definitely not using Tide in his laundry routine on Tatooine.
You look amazing.
And you look amazingly comfortable.
Okay. Moving on. Let's take a gander at the actual build itself. All right. So here it is. The Inquisitor Transport Scythe. Let's hear a Scyther in the comments. Scyther! So here it is. I mean, it looks great. It looks exactly like it does on the show. I'm actually very impressed with this model. There are a lot of different techniques used here to get all these subtle curves all over this thing. I mean, this is a curvy gal. Let's hear a Scyther again. So let's talk about play features. So first you've got your little landing zone here, so your little Inquisitors can come on out and look for your Old Ben Kenobi. So that's a nice little touch there. This folds up too, so your guy or gal can come out of the ship and walk down your little landing ramp and frighten all the poor Tatooine townsfolk. Wings flop down here, so you can get the full effect of your flying mode. Oh, we better do the old swooshability test here too. Okay, looks like it passed. Let's take a look at the interior of the model too, because you actually have a pretty spacious play area in here. This flips up here. Oh my god, can we talk about this too? No sticker! What a dream. No sticker on this windshield. So that pops up there. You got a lot of space in here. That folds right up, and then you've got seating for 3. Comfortable, spacious. It has everything that you need for your little Inquisitorious expeditions. So your Grand Inquisitor has his own little control panel here and his little reclining seat here. And then your girl Reva in shotgun here. And then your boy 5th brother, who also doesn't have a name for some reason, chilling here. Both of their seats do not recline because they are not special enough. You can see our hunting crew here looking for Obi-Wan. And you have a pretty big, spacious area here. Digging this. Looks like Imperial Death Star type windows here. Got a lot of control panels here. You got a lot of control panels there. So, I mean, really, you have everything that you need. Load them all up, and you are good to go. And play feature, we have our trusty spring-loaded shooters here on the side. One here and one on the other side. Let's see if we can do a little action scene with our boy. Can we do it? Yes! We can do it. All right, there you go. Is RIP in peace. Any real complaints about this? Not really. My only complaint might be this looks a little strange. No? What do you think? It just kind of ends here. Why didn't they cover this with more black greebling? You know what greebling is? It's this side stuff. I like this little down here. Your little tail fins. You got your 2 little engines there. And then let's take a gander at the underbelly here as well. Underbelly is not as nice as you would think. Your landing gear do not fold in flight mode. They are just stuck here permanently like this. I mean, I do like this piece as a landing gear. It looks good. But if you're in flight, you can't have your landing gear up. That's not gonna make you aerodynamic traveling through hyperspace lanes, huh? Why don't we take a look at what the minifigures are going for now on Bricklink. So starting off here, we have our best friend, the Grand Inquisitor. He's gonna run you about $19.61 if you went on Bricklink to buy him alone. He's actually the most expensive minifigure in this set, and I can't blame him because he is super cool looking. What a creepy face. Moving on, we have our 5th brother, our second most expensive minifigure in this set. He's going to run you about $17.62 if you buy him on Bricklink as well. Here he is without his armor. You can see the printing a little bit closer and a little bit clearer. Definitely glad that we got this minifigure in the set. Moving on, we have our 3rd sister, Reva. Here she is in all her glory. She's going to run you about $15.49 on average on Bricklink. Here you can see her back printing without her cape on. Nice to have a female Inquisitor body print as well, so that's nice. And then we have our good boy, Ben Kenobi. He's going to run you about $13.23 on Bricklink. You can see his big cape there. Good thing we're going to take that off. And then now you can see his beautiful blue shirt and his Tatooine disguise. What a good grumpy boy he is. He's actually the only minifigure that we have here in the set with 2 face prints. All right, Brick 5th brothers and Brick 3rd sisters. What do we think of this set? Is this a set that I like? Yes, I do like it. The ship itself is beautiful. I think it's really cool. Yes, have we gotten a couple other black ships with wings that fold down? Yes, like this one. But totally different ship. Love the design of the ship. Nice curves, nice play features in there. Definitely love the 4 minifigures that you get in this set. It's incredible to get 3 Inquisitors in one set, and you have your boy Obi-Wan. Did they really fight like this in the show where he landed and then all 3 of them fought? No, but if you want to play that way, well, go ahead, do whatever you want. Value-wise, $100 for 924 pieces. You're at about a 10-cent a piece par per piece breakout, so I definitely like that. Oh, and it's nice to see that we got some upgraded printing on 2 minifigures that we haven't seen those minifigures since 2015. So that was quite a while ago. So I would definitely pick up this set if you haven't already. My question is, why is it called the Inquisitor Transport Scythe? Is this a transport? It's not really transporting. Usually a transport is like transporting vehicles, like this, like a dropship, or like this, the MTT. That's a transport, transporting battle droids. But this isn't really a transport. You're just kind of like, you know, they're inquisitors, inquisitively. I don't know. Why don't we give this set a good 4.5 Scythers out of 5. Scythe! Okay, so that's gonna do it for this review. Leave a Scyther in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and tune in next time for more LEGO Star Wars reviews coming soon.